Alright, so it's time to talk about this September budget and how things actually played out. So, all in all, I'm really happy with how things went. It didn't go exactly according to plan. There were just some expenses I couldn't exactly plan for, but I should have known to account for them in some way, but it's whatever. You live and you learn. So retirement went according to plan. Put my $750 into Roth IRA, 15% into TSP. High yield savings account is a little lower because I ended up diverting funds to other things, other investments. This is where things get interesting. So I pulled $3,000 out of my high yield savings account to put into a brokerage at Vanguard and got me some VTSAX. So that's the minimum you need for mutual funds. And the 100 is I got $100 face value of T-bills, which is like $99.98 or something. Of the 4-week T-bills. And the home is a little over because there was an issue with them getting a new resident portal up, and they were like, pay with money order or cashier's check, but we don't have everyone's specific bills, so use your last month's rent to estimate, but don't go too low because you're going to get charged a fee. Like, okay, so we just went a little higher than last month, and it's fine because we're going to be a little lower next month. So utilities was spot on. Car, the only reason car is over is because I renewed my registration. I got a 2-year registration and that was $103. So car was good shape until that. Food is a little over, but I really just was not generous enough with myself. Like, I should have known that I would want to go out a little bit more this month than I was planning to. I was really in a mindset of like, I need to plan to spend as little as possible. Like, what's the smallest amount I can plan to spend here? But really, I need to be more generous with myself. But really, I want to be more generous with myself than that going forward, because I don't need to save that much. Gifts, I also need to just give myself more breathing room. So I like to be generous. Entertainment, that was just basically my monthly subscriptions. Shopping, yeah, I wasn't really about shopping this month. Charity was as planned. No health, medical, travel. Debts, on the other hand. So I got a letter from collections about this toll. So I do not remember crossing this toll, but it was like $12, and they put a $75 fee on top of that. And I was just like, I hate this. I'm just going to pay this and forget about it. Now it's over. Alright, the $652, that is half of the deposit for our catering for our wedding coming up. Now let's look over at the income for this month. So I pulled out of savings that $3,000 for VTSAX and the $652 from the wedding fund for the catering, and the $87 for the toll. And paycheck is a little higher than expected. Like, my actual paychecks were not exactly what I thought they'd be, and I did a tiny bit of door dashing. And the interest, I was lowballing the interest, so that just naturally ended up higher. Also, because the Ally high yield savings account has just been inching up with their interest rate, so they're up to 2.1%. And cash back, so $228, like $215 was from my Chase Freedom Flex. I hit the spending goal for that sign-on bonus, got that $200. And also, I've been using it for gas and getting a hefty amount of cash back from that. And like the rest of that was from my Visa signature cash rewards card with Navy Federal. I'm excited next month we'll hit the spend goal on that, and we'll get $100 cash back for that. Now let's look at these savings. So naturally we've gone down from diverting funds into the brokerage, which makes me happy because I really want to be more invested, and I don't need that much cash sitting around. So a bulk of this savings is actually I-bonds, and I also have a small certificate with my credit union, and then the rest of that is like very liquid cash. So I don't need that much cash sitting around is all. I just will gradually save up, and then when I feel like I have too much cash, I'll try to find an appropriate investment vehicle for it. I'm thinking about putting $5,000 a year into I-bonds. I think that's a solid goal to have in terms of keeping my cash in an inflation protected asset. I really like that idea. And now for the most exciting part for me, seeing the percent of savings for this pay period. So last month saved 14%, this month saved 57%. And then I did end up spending some of my wedding fund, but that's like to be expected. The toll thing is whatever, that wasn't very much money, but most of my savings just went down from getting more invested, which is fantastic. So yeah, I was very happy with this month, how this month played out. 50% save rate is super solid. That is what I'm looking to achieve, and we far exceeded that goal. Now it's time to check out October's budget plan. Alright, so this is what we're planning to spend in October. So I am planning to put $750 into my Roth IRA, but I also bumped up my TSP to 30%. Now I did regret doing that, and I've already bumped it down to 5%, and then after that I'm going to bring it back up to 15%, and then next year I'll figure out exactly where I want to leave it. Yeah. Then, so this plan does not have much in the high yield savings account because I'm really trying to give myself more room to breathe in this budget, because I've been really like trying to put the lowest amount that I could possibly spend in these categories. Like, what's like a achievable low spend? Now I want to just give myself plenty of room to spend as much as I'd like, and then anything under that will end up just getting rolled over into the savings account. So I'm really happy with how I've plotted this budget out. So the rent is a little lower because we overpaid last month. Utilities, that's just going to be my phone bill. Car is just going to be my insurance bill. Food is a little low, but I'm going to be eating on the ship primarily. I just really need a snack budget. And gifts, I want a good amount for gifts. I'm going to be going out for a few days and exploring, and I want to pick up something to remember my little trip. And entertainment, like same sort of thing. If there's something cool I can do, I want to have a little bit to put towards that. Shopping, I only expect to get like a small little something for myself. Charities the same, health, medical, travel, debt expense, other. This is my half of the remainder for our wedding venue bill. So after that, we just need to finish paying the caterer, and then there's all these travel expenses to consider. Alrighty, so that is my budget breakdown and budget preview for this month. Thanks for watching.